Can I go?
Yes. Hi, guys. Hold on. My son. Go ahead, Jesse. It's okay. Go on out that way. Sorry, guys. My son is in here. He was helping me. We were having technical difficulties with the live stream. Apparently, my camera wouldn't turn on. Okay, guys. So, welcome in. Is there anybody in the room yet? We've got one person. Hoping my moderator, Debbie, is here. I am sorry I'm late, guys. I'm almost 10 minutes late. We've got 6 people. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. There's my son. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Marcia. Aaron. I wish I could see it all. Stephanie. Hi, Steph. How you doing, girl? We got Beck and Sam and Karen. Wow, we got a lot of people coming in quick. Okay, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, okay, guys? Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Good evening. Okay, so we got a big show tonight, guys. I have, oh, my goodness. Hold on. I forgot my channeled message. Goodness. Be right back, guys. Yeah, where's the notebook with my channeled message in it? It was on the table earlier. Black notebook. Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. You can see how professional I am, right? I've got my, actually, it's an ex-boyfriend's leather, or not leather, but jean jacket shirt, lined shirt on because it's cold here in Pennsylvania. Okay, so I'm excited, guys. I have a channeled message that is like no other channeled message that I have ever done. It was crazy because I was channeling. You see, when I do my channelings, I go into kind of a trance-like state, not a lot, but I mean, I'm still present, but I just write down what I hear. Okay, so we're going to do a new moon manifestation ritual tonight, but I also have this channeled message, which for the first time ever ended up being me channeling Spirit saying to wait. Okay, let's just say there's a guest appearance from some higher beings that I wasn't expecting to get a channeled message from. So let's see how we doing. We got 15 people in the room, only 8 thumbs up, guys. Come on, show me some love out there. So you know the drill. If you've been here before, you understand that we're going to do a new moon ritual. I do a ritual every new moon, every full moon. If you've been here for one, you've been here for them all because they're very similar. Okay, hold on. I got to put my... See, what happened was I moved my computer earlier today and I unplugged it and it died. So I had to sign back in. And when I signed back in, it shut my camera off. And so when I went to go live, it kept saying to allow access for the camera, but I have a cracked screen and we couldn't see the button to do that. So enough of that. So tonight, guys, I'm using a purple candle for this full solar eclipse, which, by the way, happened this morning. I don't know if you guys are feeling any ascension symptoms. You know, I kind of thought I was a hard ass. I didn't think I was going to experience any. And boy, was that a surprise. I woke up this morning with a stiff neck and a headache to beat the bands. I took a sea salt bath. I used crystals. I tried to ground myself. I walked out in the freezing cold barefoot and stood in the dirt outside to try and ground myself. It was crazy. The energies were off the charts for me. Okay, so hi, Steph. Hi, Martiana. Is it Martina? Hi, Millie, sweetheart. Miss you, girl. Okay, so if you came prepared, hopefully you have a candle. If you don't, I set my intentions that you don't have to because I do it for you. But if you would like to participate, then you will need a pen, a candle. I use some anointing oil. I always use my protection and my love oil. And you're going to need a lighter and some kind of a safe bowl to burn your intentions in. I have my crystals. I have a grid actually that I have built here on my table of crystals. And I'm going to carve into my candle. We want this one to be expansion, is what I'm writing. Expansion. And prosperity. Because this is a manifesting moon, guys, a huge portal for manifesting. So I write on my candle. Actually, I kind of carve it with the pen. And then I have this little dish here that I melt the bottom of the candle to get some wax, and then I hold it while it hardens. And I still got notifications coming in. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and light my candle after I anoint it. I almost forgot to anoint it. I'm putting some protection oil on it. If you've watched my videos before, I've mentioned that this, I love the smell of this, is protection oil that I got from Lilydale, New York, which is a metaphysical and spiritual community. And then I have this love oil that was actually a gift to me from a friend, Stacy. And I use it to also anoint love on my candle. Okay, so some of you guys found me because you're twin flames and, you know, you kind of follow the whole twin flame journey. And because of that, I am a twin flame, so I always use my love oil and I set my intentions on union energies, right? So if you want to set your intentions for that, you can. If everybody would just take a moment with me. First, let me clear some space. My Palo Santo, that my friend and moderator. I don't know if she's in the room. I hope she didn't forget. Last time, not the last time, but the time before that, we had some real shills in the chat room, right? And so, okay, clear some space. Now, what I'd like you to do is take a piece of paper and write down what you would like to manifest. And guys, I want you to shoot for the stars and dream big, okay? You can be specific, like I want a new car or a new truck or I want whatever. I am calling in all of my angels and guides and your angels and guides, and I am asking for, I want abundance. I want my channel to grow and reach as many viewers as possible to guide and seed the collective. I also am personally writing on I'm drawing my Vesica Pisces. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you here in just a minute. I'm not an artist by any means. It looks like 2 eggs instead of 2 circles. And I'm writing union. And I'm writing internal and external. Okay, and I also affirm, now you guys don't have to do this, but I do affirm on mine, I am a powerful, conscious, because remember, we're not asleep anymore, right? Creator, co-creating with the divine, my highest and best life. And I'm adding good health on mine because I've been struggling with my eating habits. This whole lockdown with COVID has really not been well for my eating habits and my my waistline. So guys, you can write anything you want to manifest. I mean, shoot for the stars. I leave mine pretty open. Some people believe the more detailed you are, the better, and others believe that you set your intentions and allow the universe to bring it to you kind of as, you know, a surprise. You can say, I want a new truck, or you can say, I want a new black truck with, you know, a lift kit and a tow kit and all this other stuff. And you can be specific, but it limits the universe. Well, all right, they're arguing with me. They're like, no, the limit, there are no limits when it comes to the universe. So dream big, guys. Do it however you want. I'm just rattling on here. So this is what I'm writing. And now I'm going to light my candle, guys. If you have a candle and you would like to join me, we're going to light this bad boy up. And I'm going to let it burn the entire time that we are doing our live feed. And guys, if you crinkle it too much, it takes a long time to burn versus if you just crinkle it up a little bit. I'm going to use my candle. First, let's say a prayer and invocation. Dear Mother, Father, God, universe, and all angels and ascended masters, our team that works with us for the light and for the highest and best of all, we call you in and ask you to assist us tonight in proclaiming our sovereignty as a divine soul having a human experience. And we ask for sovereignty in the world, for peace and love and goodwill and all the good things that abundantly are coming at us now. We are grateful, grateful, grateful. And so it is. And I'm going to set that bad boy on fire. And I'm going to move my Palo Santo so it doesn't catch it on fire. Okay, so guys, tonight's channeled message really kind of rocked my world. I have to admit, I was not ready for the way it turned out. I always channel messages. And at least since the blue moon back in 2017, I've been able to channel. Okay, mine's already done, guys. Hopefully you set your intentions, you wrote it out, okay? And so what I do when I do a channeled message, a lot of times I prepare for it. I do some kind of a ritual, or I take a sacred bath, or I get meditation. You know, there's practices that I do to raise my frequency. This time it was on 12/12. And I had way too much going on in my life that day to do a live or a video, right? So I noticed a lot of other readers were, but I just didn't. Okay. But I was sitting with my son, And it was the strangest thing. This came over me. I mean, I just started getting downloads and I wasn't prepared. It wasn't what I was expecting. I had to grab a piece of paper and a pen. I sat at the table and I mean, my son can vouch for me. I wrote, I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pages here that I wrote. And when I do automatic writing, as the messages come in, I just write and write and write and write and write. Okay. And so usually it's like my own voice that I hear in my head. But I know that it's my higher self or my spirit guides. This time the language started changing a little bit, and I started hearing dear ones, and this was different for me. And so as I finished, when I finally got to the end of the message, the sign off was, are you ready? Lord Ashtar, commander of the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, I have to tell you, this creeped me out a little bit, okay? Because I remember I was raised a Christian and I struggled with my dogma for a very long time. And so I set my intentions always that I never receive messages from anything other than higher light beings that are part of our source energy. And so when this came through, I knew that it was safe. I didn't feel unsafe. I just felt very surprised. I really honestly, and I'm getting I always get the hiccups when energy moves through me. But I just wasn't expecting this. So I'm going to read the message to you, and it is a long one. So we're going to try to not channel on top of it. Although you know me, if spirit calls me to channel, I will channel. But I'm hoping that the message I channeled is going to be enough, because last time we were on here for what, 3 hours? It felt like, I don't know. Can't get my water bottle open. So here we go. Are you ready? Then I'm going to do a collective card reading, guys. So stick around. At the very end, I'm going to do mini energy check-ins and for a $10 super chat. But don't, if you want to donate, you're always welcome to help the channel out. By the way, I did buy 7 new decks, guys. I will incorporate them little by little with the money that I made from the last live feed. So know that when you donate money to the channel, it goes back into the channel so that I can better channel for you. Okay, so I'm a little all over the place. I'm a little excited. So let's just get into the channeled message, okay? So this is basically for, I'm using it as this new moon solar eclipse energy, but it came to me on the 12th, okay, which was another portal, the 1212 portal. And it's kind of energies that this Lord Ashtar channeled to me about the December 21st Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Now, guys, I am not an astronomer or an astrologer, and I only write down what comes through in my messages, and I don't always check the work, okay? So if I get something wrong, it's basically because I don't have that database within my consciousness for the channeler or the being I'm channeling to draw upon, okay? They've got all the knowledge, but I don't. So sometimes it can be limited because of my own database, okay? So for Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, this is what we got. There is going to be a huge leap in vibrational timelines for the planet and the collective. Spirit showed it to me as like light that is so intense, it can actually create a ripple in time and space. As a Visual, I was given like dropping a pebble into the pond. The smaller waves will widen and widen, spreading outward like a ripple that becomes a wave. Okay, and so they said, and I really do wonder, guys, just to add something here. In the beginning, I really do think it was just my higher self and spirit guides. I don't think it switched over transmission till toward the end. So, just a little FYI. So, the waves become bigger. Okay, so some people who are extremely sensitive to energy will feel it intensely. Symptoms can and may include high-pitched ringing in the ears, teeth, where it feels almost like the way, because sometimes when I channel, I can actually feel what they're showing me, right? I'm not just clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, clairsentient, all that stuff, right? So I could feel it like a high vibration in my teeth that was causing my jaw and teeth to kind of ache. Okay, so you can feel it in your teeth, you can feel it in your jaws, your ears. You may have a body purge, such as vomiting, diarrhea, skin rash, body tingles. Spirit recommends that we do at least a 10-day detox leading up to the date. Flood your life with all things high vibrational. So they recommend food, laughter, exercise that is fun. They specified to me not something that you detest or hate or consider a chore, but the exercise is supposed to be high vibrational and fun, right? Fun activity. If you like to roller skate or ice skate or go for walks or whatever you enjoy doing. Maybe you like line dancing or spinning. I've got a friend who his name is Sage, and he likes to spin to raise his frequency. So they recommend that we flood our bodies with at least 75 ounces of alkaline, balanced, filtered water, or charge it. You can charge it, guys, with your crystals and your intention, right? And do nothing that you don't like to do, is what they said. If it's a drudge and it's something you hate to do, don't do it. They recommend that we keep our vibration as high as we possibly can for at least 10 days before the grand conjunction. Okay, if you're forced into drama or low vibrational circumstances, of course, other than death and grief, because there are certain low vibrational circumstances that you really can't detach from. Okay, then treat the situation as if you are sick and must stay home in your own energy for as many days as possible. Tell people you're not well or just detached, and laugh, dance, sing, paint, work only if it brings you joy, and do what makes you happy. Don't watch the news or read the papers. Literally be like the hermit in its cave. Pray, meditate, heal the body, eat live foods, detox in any way your intuition guides you. They definitely said to listen to our body and our higher knowing, that our body will tell us what it's craving, what it needs. If you are low in protein, then you might crave meat, even though meat isn't really something that I crave. But your higher self will guide you through this if you just go within and listen. Okay, guard your vibrational space, inner and outer. Stay away from anything lower in vibration. Avoid lower emotions such as guilt, shame, remorse, unworthiness, etc. This is a perfect time to practice what we have been learning about being an adept, right? To practice positive self-talk and high vibrational. You got to be your highest or your best cheerleader, not your worst critic. Okay. So stay away if you can. These are things that you can do if you try, right? from the lower emotions such as guilt, shame, remorse, unworthiness, etc. Watch your self-talk. Spirit says we came here for this event, and it is our mission. We have been practicing and preparing for this for lifetimes. For the others who are not called to this intense detox, then trust your inner knowing, because a lot of you have been practicing and purging and clearing the denser energies for months or even years. For me, it's been 3 years now, depending on which wave you're in. So if you don't need to, then trust your higher knowing. If you don't feel like you need to do any of this, then by all means, you don't have to. I didn't think I'd have to, guys. And I woke up today with the worst headache that I've had in years. I mean, my ears were ringing, my teeth and jaw was hurting, my neck was stiff. And I felt horrible because I kept telling my son, shh, be quiet. You're driving me nuts. You're giving me a headache. Not his fault, but he's so high vibrational and high energy. So those who are still asleep and unawakened, they may not feel the shift at all, which kind of surprised me when this came through in the channeling. In their now moment, they may not feel it at all in their now moment, but it is happening at the degree of which they are able to feel the experience. The timeline that they have vibrationally aligned with. So Spirit says, talk here about potential timeline experiences. So like they didn't give me a channeled message. They wanted me to, I guess, channel it as we're talking. So the potential timeline experiences, okay? Remember, all timelines exist at the same time. It's a vibrational frequency. So wherever you are vibrationally aligning is the experience that you might have. So to give you some examples, there are some people that could be homeless and living under a bridge, eating out of garbage cans, addicted or afflicted. And it could be 2 blocks from your home, but where you are, you're living under a nice home, roof, food in your stomach, car in the driveway, money in the bank, loved ones around you. So like Jesus said, be in the world, but not of it. So it's very easy for us to be living and experiencing one vibrational timeline while another person is experiencing a totally different one. Okay, so I don't like to talk politics, but I was kind of shown and feel that I should mention that if you are really invested in a certain timeline, then that timeline will be the timeline that you experience. So be very careful and guarded again with your energy. If you're angry because you feel like, the voting should have went one way and went another, or maybe you're angry because the voting went the way you wanted it to, but the other team isn't backing down, whatever the drama is, those are all timelines that exist at the same time. But if you don't vibrationally align with it, then you have the opportunity to experience a different timeline, a higher vibrational timeline. Because remember, this conjunction is actually a quantum leap across timelines in vibration. So you, instead of going from, step 1 to step 2 to step 3 to step 4, we're having this opportunity because of all the light frequencies coming in to literally jump timelines, quantum timelines. And we are here to raise and hold that frequency. If you resonate with being a light worker, we are here to hold that frequency and vibration for the collective. Okay, so the light workers, we all have different missions, and some of us don't even have this grand mission. A lot of people get a hold of me. They want a 2-hour deep dive, and they want to talk about what is my soul's mission? What am I here to accomplish? And the thing is not everybody has this grand scale mission. but everybody, I mean, none of them are not grand scale. They're all grand scale. But like my mission is to channel for the collective and to guide light workers and twin flames on the journey into the higher frequency timelines, right? To give you tools, and I'm learning with you. It's like we're building this bridge together. It's there's no bridge. We're building it. We're putting a board down, we step on it and put the next one down, step on it, put the next one down. So I'm learning right along with you as this happens. Okay, so the examples of different timelines. There could be a timeline where there's a war going on. There could be a timeline where there's not a war going on. There could be a timeline where Trump wins and a timeline where Biden wins. And, you know, it's collective consciousness. It's what people are creating, co-creating together. And so not everybody will have the same experiences. But when you turn the news on, you might see things that are going on in the world that other people are experiencing that you may not. So that's my version of examples of how timelines can run simultaneously. Also, Spirit showed me just today, that's not in the channeled message, but they showed me today, I did a private reading for a friend, and they showed me that there are two kind of all right, Spirit, help me out here. So there are many light workers that are now awakened, and there are many to be awakened yet. Some of those light workers are twin flames and some are not. Okay. Hi, Leah, honey. The ones that are twin flames have kind of a double mission. Okay. So if we are quantum, let's say you stick your finger in a 7-layer bean dip. The tip of your finger may only experience the first layer of the bean dip. And then, you know, as you go up the finger, there are different higher experiences. Hey, out, out, out. Jesse, come get the cats. Okay, get, close my door, please. Sorry, guys, my cats aren't allowed in here. Go. You know, I'm trying to do a show. Get. Sorry, guys. Just a single mom trying to do her job here. Now she's trying. She just climbed under the door. I give up. Okay, so anyhow, there's this quantum. We are quantum beings. So there is a piece of us in all timelines, is the way Spirit's showing it to me. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Come on, Luna. Come on, baby. Out. Come on. Go on. Out the door. Girl, you're embarrassing me. Go. Jesse, you're supposed to be babysitting. Go on. Come on. I don't know why she wants to be in here, but she's hiding from me. Get. I said get. Go on. Jesse, put her outside so I don't have to do this again. I'm doing a live show. She keeps hiding under the table. Get your ass out there. Open the door, Jesse. Open the door. I'm doing a live show. You bit my hand. Why'd you touch it? Sorry, guys. Holy crud, man. I have trouble. She was a rescue, and she comes in my bedroom. and then she creates problems. Let's just put it that way. I put her outside. So back to the channeled message. How many people did I lose in all that? I am so sorry. Kitty wants to know too. Yes, she does. Okay, Leah, honey, you might have to tell me again because I won't be able to read that from this far away, okay? So anyhow, we're back to the quantum finger, right? In the 7-layered bean dip. So because we are quantum beings, we have a piece of ourselves in each, not each timeline, but several different timelines. And so workers are actually, now we're going to have glitches, right? I don't know. Spirit likes to get me coming and going sometimes during these lives. Okay, so we are harvesting our lower selves into our higher selves, okay? When we say that we are integrating our higher self, we have like layers in this bean dip. We have many versions of our higher self. And so we are, as we heal our trauma wounds and do our shadow work, we are harvesting the lower timelines and collapsing them out, okay, for our own experience and as a collective. So I'm going to go back now. That was my example of timelines, guys. If it doesn't make sense to you and you want to know more, book a reading, okay? So back to here. For those who choose to manifest their highest and best life or timeline and have worked tirelessly to heal as deeply as they were able to, then by the end of 2023, oh, that's for the twins. Sorry, guys, I skipped a line. So the twins, those who have chosen physical union, you must first experience the first union, which is union with self. Because once you reunify, okay, because we're harvesting the timelines into the higher self. And so we are reunifying. It's like God expanded like energy, and then it's contracting back, and we are reunifying from 1 became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 6, and now we're going back to unification. It's a mindset and a belief system that we haven't had in a very long time. And the belief system is the way that we manifest, okay? So we believed that we were fingers separate, you know, this is you, this is me, this is the next person and the next person. But when the veil is removed, we realize that we are all one, connected, and that is unification. That's going from separateness or being separated into unifying. Okay, so you unify within yourself when you realize that as you do your shadow work, you realize that you are quantumly entangled through karma because you're holding somebody responsible for something that they've done to you, or they're holding you responsible for something that you've done to them, etc. As we heal that and forgive, it becomes easier to forgive when you realize that we're all God in fractals having different experiences. And everybody's experience is unique unto themselves. Nobody else in the world will ever have the same experience. Those twins that have chosen to unify within themselves, twins that have chosen to unify within themselves, will then also get an opportunity to find union in the physical together. But we are a new template. We are creating a new earth, a new heaven on earth experience. So the new template is that because of free will, we don't have to unify in because, you know, you can already be unified here. They are you, you are them. I am you, you are me. We are all We're different, but we're the same. Like, let's just read this because my energy is a little scattered at the moment. Okay, so by the end of 2023, if you choose physical union, then that's the year that Spirit says it will happen between now and then. For the 3 waves, at least, that I would be channeling for. So you'll be firmly integrated into your chosen timeline by 2023. This is for the collective too. Not everybody is going to choose the new earth. It's just a fact. We have free will, right? But you will get to choose the highest possible timeline that you are capable of holding the frequency to. Okay. And by 2023, we will, those of us who are already alive and embodied, be able to integrate into our chosen timeline. Okay. So if you really want your highest and best life, you have from now until 2023 to kind of for yourself and to become a vibrational match to it. So there are thousands, maybe millions of people who are the way showers, the rainbow bridges. We will be like Jesus and teach, spread the light, and raise the vibration. We will become today's prophet and tomorrow's masters. You're the originals. That's the twins, right? You're the originals. You will move into all the major roles of the new earth. You will be in service to not just the people, but the animals and planet. Roles such as teachers, builders, designers, healers, all of healing modalities, dreamers, creators, energy transmuters, grid keepers, etc. They said you will see a need and create or co-create a new way of meeting that need. Okay. And that was when they channeled to me. I don't think I wrote it down, but they channeled to me that what's the saying? I don't remember it now. Something about like the needing something is the mother of all. I don't remember it, guys. They channeled it to me. It's not a phrase that I use. The mother of all invention or something like that. Okay, so what's going to happen is the old institutions are going to fall. Okay, the top 5 money families in the world, the darker family bloodlines, they're losing their grip here, and so we are awakening and we are going to initiate change. And not only, we can't just demand change, we have to be prepared to be the change, right? So if you don't like the way the government is run, then we need way showers, people to show up to create a new way of governing, if governing is even necessary. And, if we don't like the way schools are teaching our children, then we have to be the way showers. We have to be the innovators, and we have to be the ones to create the new way of teaching and the new healers, using light, sound, frequency, and color and energy. So this is where we're headed, okay? And there are a lot of light workers right now in place on the ground crew, doing everything that they need to be doing to make these changes, to initiate these changes. And we're going to have new Teslas. We're going to have new Einsteins. We are tomorrow's innovators, guys. We are. All right. So it says, you will see a need and create or co-create a new way of meeting those needs. The age of Aquarius is the age of knowledge, new technology, working instead of using elements, earth energy. We will create things with the element of air, ether, energy, vibration, color, sound, and frequency. We will slowly go from rocks and minerals and plants to the energetic realm. Spirit has a few cautions they want me to speak of as well. but is very adamant that I teach you how to handle this situation from the higher perspective and frequency of love and compassion. And this is where things kind of take a little turn to what I consider to be sad, but not sad, because we are being asked to come at it from a higher perspective, right? So with honor and love, and this is where they start saying, you see, dear ones, this is when the transmission changed for me, the frequency and the channel, the person channeling to me, or the entity. This is where I felt the change in energy. They started using the words dear ones, and I don't normally channel that way. So we have, you see, dear ones, there are many, many souls who contracted to be here for this shift in time and space. Like a beautiful, well-oiled machine or a timeless symphony, each with their own unique role to play, all in accordance with God's divine plan. We have already spoken of the changes some will create and choose to experience. But you see, energy needs voids in order to create something better to fill those voids. So prepare yourself for a purge on the planet. And this is where I felt the energy get heavy for me because I'm an empath. But we said, or they said, that there will be a purge of lives too. Souls, don't be sad for them. Rejoice and be compassionate. Have reverence for each and every soul. One of the hardest of the contracts to exit the planet during the purge in order to lighten Gaia's load, in order to complete her quantum jump and ascension into 5D consciousness. These light workers who choose to leave will be the creators of the change we have dreamed of and prepared for. There will be many who awaken due to the atrocities of how some of these lives will be taken, not just from the pandemic, but suicides, environmental imbalances, which create disease, natural disasters, and even murder and mayhem. But dear ones, here is where you must sit in this energy. You must love and honor the souls who exit planet Earth at this time. In the lower timeline, it would be considered normal and justified to be angry and enraged at the injustice of it all. That is exactly what the plan is, to incite these emotions to the asleep sheep. That will play a huge part in their awakening and lead eventually to their own ascension into the higher timelines. Like a perfect play, you must experience all the emotions of a Shakespeare tragedy. But those who are light workers, higher vibrational beings, we will be able to have compassion for the audience, but hold the secret knowing of the plot twist that brings the happy ending. The creators are just as moved by the play as the audience when they see and experience the magic of the actors' gifts and parts played to exquisite perfection. When you can see a picture, perhaps losing a loved one, neighbor, or community member, or global figures, try to mourn the sacrifice from a place of love and compassion and gratitude, as you would a fallen soldier or comrade. They are heroes, but not only are they heroes, but because of their chosen role, their reward is to create great change, clear all ancestral karma and personal karma, debts. Then if they choose to, with their free will, they can reincarnate back on Earth and actually inherit the very Earth that they helped to create. Or for some who are tired of the lower dimensions, will choose higher realms. Either way, they chose their birth, their life, and their death. So do not join in the lower vibrations of anger, rage, and resentment. It is supposed to create those emotions in the lower vibrational timelines. Their rage is part of the change. If you feel their way if you feel this way, ask yourself, am I positioned to create change? Okay, so instead of just reading here, this is kind of emotional. I just want to kind of sit in it for a moment and describe it to you. So if you're feeling rage, if you're watching the news and you're angry because you know that there are pedophiles, you know there's underground bunkers, you know that there are off worlds that have been lower vibrational influences here. If you feel anger and rage because the virus was created and used against us, just know that it is a catalyst, and that catalyst is to create great change. And that great change is necessary. It's like a tower, right? The tower created for something better to be there. Okay, so try to look at things instead of seeing these lives that are lost as victims, which they are. I mean, they chose that role. It was their destiny, and they chose it because it helped them to pay off karmic debts and to create something greater here on the earth plane in physicality that's ever been created before. Okay, so if you're feeling frustrated, you have to ask yourself, are you in a position to create change, or in the right place or right time, or divinely placed in a precise job or situation to create that change? Okay. It doesn't do you any good to sit at home and watch the news and rage at the injustice of the world when you aren't placed as a light worker in service in those timelines, in those situations, to be part of that part of the play. So try to not allow it to pull you into a lower frame of mind. Okay. Try to see it from a greater perspective. When a mother sends their son or daughter off to the service to serve their country, not that I agree with this, they, of course, they're going to be traumatized and sad if something happens to that child, but they're also proud, and they're also aware that they knew that could be a possible outcome when they chose that life for themselves. Okay. So we have that a step further. You see, we know that lives are omnipotent. They don't die. We don't die. Energy can't die. It just changes. And so these souls that are exiting the planet through the purge chose that because that's their service to us, so that those who choose to live and to change and to jump timelines can do so and help others to do so as well. You know, the Rainbow Bridge. So I started telling you earlier, and then the cat distracted me, that they're the light workers. So everybody is a light worker that resonates with that, but not every light worker is a twin flame. Okay. So does that make sense? Like, all twin flames are light workers, but not all light workers are twin flames. Just like all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. Okay. So the two roles that the twins are here to initiate is they are also helping to harvest the lower timelines, but they are the seed planters of the future. Okay. We hold the new time, or we hold within us the new operating system of unconditional love. Okay. Unconditional love is unified consciousness. I can't harm you any more than you can harm me. If we're unified, if we all are God and God is everything, then if I hurt you, I'm creating karma. So, you know, we came really close in the Atlantean times in this, I don't know. They're trying to channel to me, but I'm not hearing it clearly. Atlantis, and there's another civilization they're trying, not hearing it clearly. Atlantis, because they brought others with them that were in that vibration, then they fell back into the lower timelines. That's the fall of Atlantis. Okay. I don't know anything about this stuff. They're trying to channel it to me, but I don't have a database to draw from. Okay. So we are. So Spirit wants us to just kind of try really, really hard not to allow what's happening in the world and the lives, the victims that are being victimized, all of that low vibrational stuff. Don't allow it to drain you of your energy or bring you into a timeline that you are meant to rise above. Okay. They volunteered for that, and it's a great sacrifice, and they get to come back and actually inherit the very earth, the new heaven on earth experience that they help to create. Okay. And if you can initiate change, if you're in a job in the government, or if you are a way shower that has a plan, maybe you have gotten downloads on ways of becoming a different, teaching modality or a different healing modality, or electronic innovations that can save lives. Then you have already been strategically placed in the right city at the right time with the right employers. Everything is like a cog in a lock. All right, click, 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 and everything comes together perfectly. So if you're in a position to create that change, that is why you're there. If you're not in a position, if you're sitting at home and you're raising children and you're not in a position to initiate that change, then just hold the frequency of love and compassion, because you will see lives exiting, especially with a full eclipse season. Okay. And we've got 6 more eclipses coming in 2021. Okay. So the great is my connection is unstable. Are you guys there? I think you're still there. So I'm just going to keep going. The connection kind of gets weak and then gets strong again. Damn, I can't talk. Incarnated for that. Okay. It is your purpose. It is no coinking manner. I could hear the jovialness when he said it. Okay. So necessity is the mother of